The Beaufort doctor charged with illegally distributing drugs is facing a 20-year sentence. Heated negotiations threaten to cause a bus driver strike, and Beaufort County narrows the still open superintendent position down to 3 finalists. We'll tell you who. All that and much more. Keep watching Beaufort. Your news starts now. Thanks for joining us for the Beaufort News. I'm Jessa Jeremiah, and here are your local headlines. A guilty plea has been made to Dr. David Rhodes of Beaufort, who now faces up to 20 years in prison. This has been an ongoing investigation by the DEA and other groups that has led to 25 charges of criminal activity. The guilty plea came after evidence was presented in Charleston's federal court that showed Rhodes agreed to prescribe oxycodone to people without medical need. The judge accepted the guilty plea and will impose a sentence very soon. The Beaufort County Board of Education has recently announced 3 finalists for the superintendent position. The finalists are Gloria J. Davis, currently the superintendent of the Decatur Public Schools, Kathleen Leroy, the director of high school programs for Duval County Public Schools in Jacksonville, Florida, and Jeffrey Moss, the superintendent of Lee County Schools in Sanford, North Carolina. The 3 finalists still have several steps ahead of them before a decision is made, but the board's goal is to have a new superintendent under contract by the first week in March. After a heated discussion during contract negotiations, the Teamsters Union that is representing bus drivers and the Durham School Services are hoping they can avoid a strike. A Beaufort County school spokesperson said that union members assured them that they're willing to keep negotiating with the union, but the union did approve a strike if necessary. The 2 parties will continue to try to reach a settlement, but Durham has flown drivers in from other states in case a strike is called. The University of South Carolina Beaufort was the site of a very special reception on Friday. The university's Sea Island Center Gallery hosted the much-anticipated visiting artist Crystal Wagner during an event celebration this last Friday. The entirely free public event showcased Wagner's The Arboretum exhibit, which will be shown at the gallery until March 8th. If you'd like to catch this special exhibit, you can visit the university's gallery from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturdays. The Port Royal Town Council has introduced a new proposal in hopes to make it easier to contact property managers and property owners if there are any problems. The proposal introduced during a January meeting will require property owners and managers to register all of their property with the town and to be available to respond to open issues in person when needed. There will be a point system that tracks the number of complaints a particular property has that, if surpassed, the manager's licenses can be revoked. The ordinance will go before the council for a final proposal reading on February 14th. Beaufort County Schools announced this week that Beaufort athletes are making the cut when it comes to grades. 93% of Beaufort County's middle and high school students have maintained their academic eligibility to participate on athletics teams this year. The new district rules require that students meet the minimum 2.0 grade average that was established by the Beaufort County Board of Education. The expectation is that this will set up athletes for success as they prepare for college sports eligibility. The grade point average standard was approved by the board after community forums in 2011. And here's what's happening around the state. After a year of construction, the $10 million Jehovah's Witness Assembly Hall is officially complete. The highly anticipated building is located in Orangeburg, South Carolina, where it will host more than 300 congregations for their semi-annual assemblies. The vast workshop space is not only seating over 3,000 people, but also sits on 50 acres of land near Interstate 26. Inside, there's an atrium that features a baptismal pool. The auditorium contains a large mural depicting South Carolina's Low Country and Midlands, and a video system with video walls provides technology for the hearing impaired. Because this facility will be used by congregations for as many as 40 weeks a year, it is expected to have a profound economic impact estimated in the millions. The important project was funded entirely by donations, and it took over 5,000 volunteers from all over the state to pull off this incredible accomplishment. Voters seemed ready to forgive South Carolina Governor Mark Sanford as he made his first campaign appearance last week. Sanford is running for Tim Scott's congressional seat, which is his first attempt at running for public office since the 2009 affair that tainted his political image. He seems to be making a positive impact, however, as many voters feel he's the right person for the job in terms of cutting spending, reducing taxes, and reforming entitlements. Sanford is running against 16 Republicans for the primary. And those are your headlines. If you'd like additional information, please reference the media sources you see listed on your screen. Also, you can like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. When we return, Buck Boone will talk to us about the next steps in the ongoing search for a superintendent. And we've got your business report. That's after the break.
Low Country Real Estate is located in historic downtown Beaufort, home to one of the most attractive real estate markets in America. We've been providing high-quality service to our community for the past 24 years. Whether you're interested in buying or selling residential, resort, or commercial investment property, our professional sales staff can help you with your real estate needs. Please visit lowcountryrealestate.com for details on all available properties in Beaufort and come see how the Low Country becomes you.
Welcome back to the Beaufort News. Joining me first is Buck Boone with the Island News, who's going to tell us what's hot off the press. How are you today, Buck?
I'm great. It's a beautiful day in Beaufort, Jessa.
Sure is. So, Buck, we mentioned last week 7 candidates were narrowed down to 3 now for the school superintendent position. What can you tell us about the school board's 3 finalists?
Well, the 3 finalists for Beaufort County Superintendent are Gloria L. Davis, who's currently the superintendent for Decatur Public Schools in Decatur, Illinois, Catherine Leroy, currently director of high school programs for Duval County Public Schools in Jacksonville, Florida, and Jeffrey Moss, who's currently the superintendent of Lee County Schools in Sanford, North Carolina. Each finalist will visit Beaufort County for a second interview with the school board, a meeting with district employees, and a public forum that will be televised live on the Beaufort County channel. At each forum, that night's featured candidate will make a brief opening statement and then answer questions from audience members. The goal is to have a new superintendent under contract by the first week in March.
All right. Well, we appreciate the update on that important school district story, and we'll check in with you on the progress there. Now, there are a lot of community events taking place this weekend. Give us some information about the Race for Love 5K, which I believe is sponsored by Citizens Opposed to Domestic Abuse, or CODA as they're called.
That's correct. CODA will hold the inaugural Race for Love 5K run walk on Saturday, February the 16th at 10 a.m. The focus of the race is prevention and education of abuse, and all proceeds will benefit CODA and survivors of domestic violence. To register or for more information, visit www.codalowcountry.org/race.
Now, another important cause in support of Beaufort County disabilities and special needs is also a fun way to celebrate Valentine's Day. Talk to us about this very special event, if you would.
Well, come out and see the men and women of Beaufort County Disabilities and Special Needs strut their stuff for a special Valentine's Day fashion show on Saturday, February the 16th from 2 to 4 p.m. This is a great opportunity for family, friends, and neighbors to come out and see these individuals and have fun and put on a great show. These are just some of the stories in this week's Island News. Pick up a copy or go to www.yourislandnews.com.
All right, we'll do just that, and that sounds like a great way to spend a Saturday if you ask me. So, Buck Boone, that's what's hot off the press. Thank you so much for your report.
Thank you, Jessa.
Joining us next is Jaime Dailey-Vergara, who has our Beaufort Regional Chamber Business Report. How are you, Miss Jaime?
Wonderful. Great day here in Beaufort today.
Absolutely, and glad to have you. So we understand that there have been a number of businesses that have come to our community lately. Share a few of them with us, if you would.
Absolutely. We are so excited to have new businesses coming to our community. That's always a really great thing. And in fact, in the past few weeks, we've had 2 grand opening and ribbon cuttings here in the Beaufort area, including First Franklin Financial at the Cross Creek Shopping Center and at Mucho Margaritas on Sam's Point Road on Ladies Island. So of course, we're glad to have them coming to our community.
Absolutely. Now, When businesses open like this, what do you feel is the impact on our community, whether it be socially or economically? What's the impact here?
Well, you know, small businesses are vital to our community. So anytime that we can celebrate a grand opening or a ribbon cutting, it's great to celebrate those things. But what's really important is that we support them throughout the entire year because they are the backbone of our community.
Very true. Now, in another story, the Chamber has recently made a trip to Colombia. Can you tell us what the purpose of this trip was and any takeaways the Chamber may have had?
Well, that's right. The Chamber staff, along with board members and members of the Military Enhancement Committee, made a trip to Colombia on behalf of the business community here in Beaufort. Now, during that visit, we met with members of our local delegation and other key leaders at the State House to advocate for a pro-business atmosphere here in the Beaufort community and throughout the state. We also discussed a number of important issues facing our community, including education funding, which has been an issue for quite some time, funding for the University of South Carolina, Beaufort, and film incentives. So lots of important issues at stake at this time.
Absolutely. And I understand a local business in Beaufort has recently received quite an honor. Tell us just a little bit about that.
That's right. We just received some pretty exciting news. Kazubi Kazoos was selected as a 2013 Blue Ribbon Small Business Award winner from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, which is, of course, a huge honor. And the Beaufort Chamber nominated them for this award, so we are very excited and very proud of them.
Absolutely, and that is quite an honor, so congratulations to them. And Jaime Dailey-Vergara with the Beaufort Regional Chamber, thank you so much. A very informative business report. We appreciate you. Coming up, we'll tell you about a barbecue event with a good cause, and we'll check in with high school sports. Stick around.
Hi, my name is Matt McElhaney, owner of City Loft Hotel, an upscale boutique hotel in downtown Beaufort. We are proud to be consistently ranked as the #1 hotel in Beaufort based on TripAdvisor's guest ratings and comments. At City Loft, we value our neighbors in the Lowcountry. Whether you're taking friends by boat or need a romantic getaway in Beaufort, let us at City Loft extend hospitality while introducing what's new in urban hotel design. At City Loft Hotel, we are committed to customer service. When you stay here, you're always a local.
Welcome back to the Beaufort News. Joining me now is Quentin Tedder, who is here with Friends of Carolyn Hospice. How are you today?
I'm doing just fine.
All right. Well, Quentin, you have a great story about cooking for a good cause. This is the 4th annual Bands, Brews, and Barbecue, if I'm not mistaken. How long have you been involved in this event, and what is your role this year?
We've been involved in all 4 events. This year, the South Carolina Barbecue Association selected my wife Barbara and I to be the event marshals.
All right, and talk to us about how this festival benefits not only Friends of Carolyn Hospice, but also the community as a whole here in Beaufort.
Bands, Brews, and Barbecue benefits the community not only by the influx of cook teams and judges, but also providing a family-oriented event that showcases some of the best barbecue in the state.
Absolutely, a great event for families to check out. Now, how many cookers does it take to participate? And also, I know they compete in the event. And where do they come from?
So far this year, we have 30 cookers lined up. Most of them are from South Carolina, but we do have teams coming in from North Carolina and Georgia.
All right, so they're traveling. Now, I understand cookers take this event very seriously. Talk to us about how they're judged exactly.
On Saturday, the cookers will turn in boxes that contain barbecue and ribs, 2 different turn-in times. The South Carolina Barbecue Association supplies certified judges that judge the barbecue on 5 categories: appearance, aroma, taste, texture, and overall impression.
All right, and for viewers who want to be a part of this, what are the dates that they can attend and come see this judging and how it works?
On Friday, February the 22nd, there will be a wing throwdown where all the public can come in and sample wings prepared by all the cook teams. The judging is going to be done by local guest judges, and the Blue Dogs from Charleston will be playing. On Saturday, the gates open at noon. The public can sample all the barbecue. We have an award ceremony at 3 o'clock where we present the prizes, obviously, and the gates will officially close at 4. There's also live music on Saturday.
Okay, so lots of reasons to come out. Now, what about entry? Do they need tickets?
Tickets are available online at Friends of Caroline Hospice. Also at the gate, tickets are $20 a person a day, or $35 for both days. Children under 12 are free.
All right, Quentin Tedder with Friends of Caroline Hospice, thank you so much for sharing the details of this very special event. We greatly look forward to it.
All right, thank you.
Joining us now is Bill Damude, who's here with the Beaufort High wrestling team. How are you doing today, Bill?
I'm doing fantastic, Jess. Thank you.
Now, Bill, tell us first how the Beaufort wrestling team did overall this season.
We had a very good season. I'm pleased with our performance this year. We finished the season 22-7 overall as a team, 2nd in our region, and then 5th in the state.
All right, great. And tell us about the lower state wrestling tournament and how many wrestlers you had qualify for this event.
Yes, this weekend we go to Lugoff Elgin High School, which is up by Camden, for the 4A lower state wrestling tournament. We have 10 wrestlers qualified from our region. They had to place in the top 4 region to qualify for our lower state wrestling tournament. So we're looking forward to it this weekend. Absolutely. And who do you feel may have a chance of being a state placer at this year's state tournament? Give us your prediction there. All right. Hopefully, I think we'll have 6 to 8 kids qualify for the state tournament. We have a strong shot of having placers at 145, 106, 160, 184, 195, and heavyweight would be my predictions. All right, great. And what about the All-Star Wrestling match in South Carolina? How many of your wrestlers were chosen for this match? Yeah, I'm pleased to announce we had 4 chosen for the South squad of the All-Star Wrestling Tournament, which takes place in Myrtle Beach the first weekend in March. 4 wrestlers is the most Beaufort High's had in my 25 years of coaching. We've had 3 a couple times and 2, but never 4, so I'm really pleased with that number. Absolutely, and you've got a lot of successes here. Talk to us about this year's tournaments as a whole. How many has the team won so far this season? We have won 2 tournaments. We defended, for the 4th year in a row, we repeated at the Dutch Fork Silver Fox tournament. We won the Battery Creek Duels for the 2nd time, and then we placed top 4 at the Cane Bay Duels and also at the Military Duels, which is a big tournament up in Columbia. Absolutely. Well, we look forward to seeing what you're going to do next season. And Bill Damude from the Beaufort High School wrestling team, thank you so much for your sports report here today. Thank you very much. Coming up, Councilman Joe Lee will give us some more details on the Port Royal rental ordinance that's receiving so much attention. And we'll have an on-location entertainment report you'll want to check out, so stick around.
Is it time to purchase for the one-of-a-kind person in your life? Over 60 years of service distinguishes Modern Jewelers as one of South Carolina's preeminent jewelry stores.
We're proud to have been voted Beaufort's #1 jewelry store 10 years in a row. Come visit us at 807 Bay Street.
Welcome back to the Beaufort News. Joining me now is Councilman Joe Lee, here for our Port Royal report. Welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here.
So earlier in the show, we mentioned this story, but give us some more details, if you would, on the rental ordinance that is receiving so much attention there in Port Royal.
I certainly can. Last Wednesday, we had a public hearing and packed town hall with people interested in this ordinance. Most of the people there were realtors and property managers. And they were concerned about some of the aspects of this ordinance that might make this business a little bit more difficult. So our town manager had met with a group of their representatives prior to the meeting and had modified our ordinance a good bit to accommodate some of their concerns. So on Thursday of this week, we have our council meeting, and that's where we will read it for the 2nd time, and I think it'll go in the books then as an official ordinance. But it still does require registration of the property that's being rented so that we know who owns or who's responsible for the property if it's an off-site owner. It's been a very difficult thing for the town, and we hope this will solve that problem.
Absolutely. All right, Joe. Well, we'll have to check in with you on that story
Please
we go forward. Now, I understand that you have a reminder for us for Sunday the 17th. Talk to us about that.
Well, I do. I mentioned this event several times because it's kind of unique, and I think it's interesting to a lot of people. It's Valentine's Day this week, and one of the things you can do with your Valentine is take him or her Sunday afternoon from 3 to 5 to the community room behind the shed where there's ballroom dancing. Not very many venues today can you do ballroom dancing. So this is an event that you can enjoy. It's $10 a head. There's a DJ and there's plenty of instruction. There are professional dance instructors there. So it should be a fun event.
Absolutely. Sounds like a very good time. So thank you for the reminder there. And you have a heads up for us about the big news everyone waits for in the spring and fall. Tell us about that.
I will. Real quick, I'll tell you that we've announced the dates for our spring street music series starting on May the 18th. And every other weekend for 4 weekends, that'll be our latest season of street music. And as soon as I get the artists, I'll put them on the show here and tell you who it's going to be. But we're looking forward to it.
All right, well, we're looking forward to that as well. Councilman Joe Lee, thank you for a great Port Royal report once again. We appreciate you.
Thank you, WHHI.
Now let's go to Mark Shaffer, who is on location with our Beaufort Entertainment Report. Mark.
Well, thanks a lot. We'll start with the Beaufort International Film Festival returning to USCB this week. There are too many terrific things to go into right here in the limited time we have, so we'll highlight just one. That's Friday night's special 10th anniversary screening of the film Radio, starring Oscar winner Cuba Gooding Jr. The movie was practically shot in our own backyard in Walterboro. Now, producer-director Michael Tolan will be on hand for a special panel discussion after the screening, and that will happen with a bunch of special guests, including the real Radio and Coach Jones. Should be a fantastic event, and you can see Mike Tolan again the next night at the award ceremony, picking up his Jean Ribot Award for Excellence in Filmmaking. Meanwhile, independent films run Thursday morning through Saturday afternoon at the USCB Center for the Arts. You can find out more about BIFF at BeaufortFilmSociety.org, and we'll see you at the movies. Now to Artscapade. It's back after a hiatus of almost a decade. This popular fundraiser for the Northern Beaufort County Public Education Foundation is better than ever. Now, many of you may have fond memories of this annual evening of art auctions, wine tasting, food, and fun. The artwork includes professional and amateur works. Photography, painting, sculpture, jewelry, textiles, and more will be sold at silent auction. More than 60 items are up for grabs, we're told. Now, the Northern Beaufort County Public Education Foundation, founded almost 20 years ago, has awarded 22 teachers with grants totaling more than $10,000 just since last May. The foundation awards only grants to teachers north of the Broad. So come support their efforts and have a grand old time doing it. That's Thursday, February 21st from 6 to 8:30 at the USCB Center for the Arts. You can buy your tickets at the box office. They're only $15. Now, the town of Port Royal hosts 2 days of barbecue bliss on February 22nd and 23rd. About 30 cookers from all over the Southeast converge on the area for the 4th annual Bands, Brews, and Barbecue to benefit Friends of Caroline Hospice. Friday night features wings, bands, and brews, and Saturday is the first sanctioned event of the year for the South Carolina Barbecue Association, so come on out for that. Bands, Brews, and Barbecue is a major fundraiser for Friends of Caroline Hospice, a nonprofit organization that offers end-of-life services. Now, the organization does not ask for money from its patients or rely on insurance or government programs. Its main form of funding is through donations and community events like this one. So for more information about Bands, Brews, and Barbecue, call 525-6257 or pick up a new edition of Low Country Weekly or click on lcweekly.com and get what's inside. Back to you.
Mark, thank you for a great entertainment report, and thank you for joining us. Join us next time for your Beaufort News.